Hi, my name's Burke and Clark Roberts, a good friend of mine, asked me to speak on the generational impact of kindness, specifically to our relationship, which started way back when I had the opportunity to raise a guide dog. I think I want to first start with just mentioning that for me, kindness has been an act. It started with a simple act, in this case, of choosing to raise a guide dog. What I've learned through this process is kindness is really a bridge. It's an opportunity. It's a simple act where it can be a word or an action, but really it's an outward expression of where you reach out to someone else. In other words, I can sum up this whole conversation with the blessings from generational kindness is really relationships. And what I would like to share with you is kind of how that plays out. Starting with when I was third or fourth grade, had the opportunity to raise Liss, my first guide dog. It was a great experience, right? You have this great little puppy and you get to play with it and have fun and train it also. But quickly I learned that I had to give up this dog, and I wasn't looking forward to that. Liss represented a relationship for me, a friendship. I had recently lost my father, so dogs are great, right? They just love you no matter what you do to them, and that was the kind of relationship we had. So when I had to give up the dog for my own selfish reasons, for a greater cause, I don't know if I necessarily saw it at the time, but later in life I'd realize that giving up and getting outside of myself, my selfish desires, and for a greater cause, which was Clark's needs, right? He needed a dog to help with seeing, and Liss was going to do greater things than just play with me and have a friend. So what's really neat about this whole thing is that the blessing of relationship way outlasted my dog's life, right? Liss is gone. Clark's had many other dogs, but here I am talking on behalf of Clark and our relationship, right? He's a friend of mine now. Our relationships continue as my dog continues to bark here. Our relationships continued, and we have this friendship. My aunt is good friends with Clark. My kids are blessed by him. He's been to our schools to visit and share what it's like to be blind and have a guide dog. And it's neat. Also, my daughter and his daughter are now good friends over at Central or Ellensburg. They're about the same age, and it's great to see that friendship foster and grow. So really, the point is that all these relationships would have never existed, right? And what a blessing they've been to me, my life, and of course for Clark too, right? We're not meant to be alone in this life, in this world. Even though sometimes I can be an introvert and want to hide, that's not what God says. He wants us to be in a relationship. So just to kind of wrap this up, I had a couple notes, and the two things I wanted to just say was, if you can remember anything, is kindness really softens hearts. And it might not be just the person you're trying to soften their heart, it might be your own heart. But yeah, that's a real simple point. Kindness softens hearts, and it's an easy thing to do. And then lastly, if you really are looking to see the heart of kindness, it will always point you to Jesus Christ. I mean, he is the ultimate servant leader. He has given us so much kindness through his grace and mercy, and ultimately I think that is really important for you to keep in mind. If you want to look into kindness, look to Christ. Look at the stories of how he treated people, and that is a great example for us. So again, thanks for letting me share, and we'll talk later.